Okay, we're just finishing off here at Old Trafford after a terrible result with the fan roundup. I want to talk about the owners. I want to talk about the loudest cheer of the night today, which was people all standing up in agreement that, you know, obviously not backing the owners. And we know how bad it's been with the owners. I mean, where do you stand on are they going to spend money in this transfer window? Are we going to see change?
7 years since Fergie left, 2013. We should be winning titles after that, but we've gone downhill. Glazers need to sell up. David Gill went with Fergie. That was a mistake. He should have stayed on. Then you got Woodward coming in. He was the biggest mistake. He has done fuck all for the club ever. Glazers need to sell up to the Saudis. I've got a message from Mohammed bin Salman. If you're watching this, please buy the club. 5.5 billion, whatever. Just buy it. Get the Glazers out. I want Woodward out tonight, not now. He wants to go tonight. Tonight he needs to go out. Not tomorrow or next year. He wants to go out. Glazers out. Yeah. They want it out. We want changes in the club. We can't blame Ole. Ole is like legend of the club. He's played with us. He's a great manager. We need someone strong, but
you think the real issue is the owners?
It's being the owners, and then it's the chairman. Chairman's not investing this month. I bet you Fernandez will come on the last day with the piano playing, and they're going to advertise on the TV like a piano. That's the only one signees, one guaranteed. But we need 5 or 6 this window actually.
And it's very difficult for that to happen. I mean, do you think that we're going to spend money in this January transfer window, and if we get to February the 1st, okay, right, or about to play Wolves, and we haven't got a reinforcement for Rashford, we haven't got another forward, which we needed before Rashford even got injured, we haven't got a Bruno Fernandes, which is a creative midfielder, which we needed in the summer already. If we get to February the 1st and that hasn't happened, where do you see the season going for us?
I don't think we'll finish top 4 anyways. I think the best will finish between 5th and 8th, bearing Pogba coming back, and if we get Bruno Fernandes, I don't think we finish top 4 anyways. I think there are multiple levels to the issue. I think it starts definitely with the owners. That's the root cause. You know, I'm an engineer, so root cause is the owners for sure. Ed Woodward is also a major problem because the owners have spent money. They spent close to $1 billion since Ferguson left. So if they spent money, they've not spent it well. Is
that something that's even worse? The fact that, and I hate to keep mentioning Liverpool, but it took Liverpool so long to get this good. Because they didn't have the money that we have. They didn't have the resources and the power, the global power that Manchester United had. That's just a fact. Correct. The fact that you just said it, we've spent nearly £1 billion. Yeah, and that squad there, that depleted, mishmash, wishy-washy squad, is the best we have to show for one. If Sir Alex left and someone said, right, we'll give you £1 billion from now, and you fast forward 6-7 years, and that's the best we have.
It's crazy when you think about it, when you add to the fact that that is the highest paid squad.
Yeah. And that on top of that, yeah.
Highest paid wages. Yeah. It's crazy. You know, that's to be very honest, Ed Woodward is managing depreciating assets. That's what we've become. If you look at it financially, we are becoming a depreciating asset, and that's a sackable offence for Ed Woodward. That's the truth.
I mean, where do you stand on what you heard?
I understand people talking about Glazers out and all the rest of it, but you have to remember one thing. The Glazers are American capitalists. They have one objective, short-term profit. That's it. Once the money is rolling in, they're good. They have no idea or no interest in long-term planning. So let's leave the Glazers out of it for now. He said, everybody says, everybody knows, they spent almost £1 billion. The fundamental question that needs to be asked is, how could you spend £1 billion and then you're relying on a 17-year-old kid to lead the line? If this were an organization, any business organization, like my friend, I'm an engineer as well, looking at it from an analysis point of view, if you spend that much money and after 7 years, this is a squad that you're left with, there's a bigger problem. There's a much bigger problem.
Than just managers coming in, obviously. Because they've all failed. All these managers are coming and failed.
They've all failed, right? Now, my thing is, again, organizationally, you have a squad of 20, 24 players. You're the coach. You have this group of players for a week, every week. And at the end of the week of training, that's what you produce? What is the reason for that? What does Phelan do? What does Carrick do? What does Kevin McKenna do? They're the coaches. Again, looking at it organizationally, if you are part of an organization and I entrust you as management, in this case I'm talking about the coaching, to entrust you to give a product, and at the end of a week, that's what you produce, you have a problem. It's a big problem. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand Glazers out, that's not going to happen, and no to Mohammed bin Salman. I understand that, but they're not leaving. So we had to start at the next layer, which is Woodward, then the coaching staff, and then the players. I saw Stellan Zander. I saw an interview with Viv Anderson, and he was saying, back in his day, when Brian Robson was captain, the young players, he would tell the young players, if you're in trouble on the field, give me the ball. If I lose it, it's my fault.
Accountability that we don't have that in our squad. When you look at our squad, you don't see someone who's going to take responsibility.
But that's my point, and that's what Viv was saying. He said, Brian said to them, if you give me the ball and I mess it up, it's my fault, it's not your fault. What does that do to a young player? It builds his confidence. You tell me one player on this team today who could say that, who have the balls to say to a younger player. Well, first of all, it's all younger players. So, but who on the team can say, I'll take responsibility?
I think we are seeing that.
The team went 1-0 down and immediately heads dropped. Right? And what does Ole do? He makes Maguire captain. Maguire? He has the personality of a wet underwear. Right? How is he gonna lead the team?
But is that, and this is to flip it back as well, which is kind of where we're at. When I'm looking at the rest of the squad, who would actually be another viable candidate? McTominay already straight away?
Unfortunately.
A lot of people say in any other era of United, he wouldn't get near the squad, or he'll be a squad player at best. Don't get me wrong, he's had a great impact since he's come in. He's grown into the role. But you think...
Look at him on the field, right? On the field, he seems to be the only person who gives a shit, right? And being honest, the answer is no, not McTominay. But I'm saying...
With what we have now?
Right.
But even that's like slim pickings, isn't it?
Slim pickings.
Pogba's on the way out. You're looking across the whole back four. Wan-Bissaka's not going to be a captain. De Gea, as long as he's been here, he's not a speaker. Luke Shaw, there's not there.
Even if Bruno Fernandes comes in, we turn him into shit. Because what you have to work with are shit coaches with no experience.
That's right.
Carrick is shit. Phelan is shit.
McKenna.
And
McKenna.
McKenna is shit. We've got novices as coaches.
That's right.
Solskjaer needed support around him. If he is inexperienced, he has to have the most experienced and advanced coaches.
And that's the point
he
I was
needed
making.
support from a director of football. Under those permutations, Solskjaer will do well. My best advice to him is get rid of your coaches now to keep your job to the end of the season, because if he keeps on losing the next 2 or 3 games, he's going to get
If he changed the coaches without investing in that squad, would you see a change? Or
it wouldn't make a difference who you bring in. Just like Pogba's agent said, even Pele was playing, they turn him into shit because they're working with crap coaches. And I tell you what, Carrick has no personality whatsoever. Keane said it in an interview when they lost as a player, and Carrick gave an interview, and my God, I was just bored just listening to him talk. How is he going to inspire anyone?
as great a player as he was, you're saying as a coach.
If your coaches don't have personality, how are your players going to?
Okay, and again, what do they do in training? I would love to
Well, there's
be...
clearly, I look at it and I'm trying to work out what the pattern is. Like I can't see the pattern of play.
Flex. An entire week to instill pattern, to instill technique.
And even away from a week, it's been a year under Solskjaer.
Fine, right?
Let's not forget
Look,
that.
I was telling my friend across here, right? Back in the day, and again, I heard an interview with Rio, and he was saying the first day he went to United, he went on the training field, and they were playing a scrimmage. He got the ball, and he turned. He didn't see anything, so he passed back. And Roy Keane went ballistic.
He went crazy, yeah. He said that's not what we do here.
He said that's not what we do.
None of the players are arguing with one another, let alone talking to one another. So I'm really concerned that there aren't beefs on that pitch, because there should be. Because the standard is so bad. Back in the 90s, Schmeichel will be swearing at Neville.
at people.
Neville will be swearing at Gary Pallister. And Bruce will be fighting amongst all the other players. Here, they're all too nice to want
Leaders and characters. Listen, to finish off, I'm going to go around the circle, just a yes or no, yeah? Start with you. Will Manchester United spend money before February the 1st?
No,
No, and it doesn't matter.
it's irrelevant.
No. Maybe they will. Maybe.
There's always one.
No.
No?
And like them, it won't be relevant. It won't change anything.
Nope.
Man United going to spend money before February the 1st?
No.
Yes.
Why do you think that?
I just feel like the whole of Europe knows that Man United is so desperate right now. So any player they want to get, it's an additional 20 mil on top of that. And it's like, if they don't get anyone from by February, United is just done for out here. Like,
We will be in a
honestly,
mess.
It's just done. Like, if you can't get anyone with all the mess that we've got, no striker, midfields, shambles, defense, shambles, the hair is just reckless doing nonsense. Like, if we don't get anyone, then we're done for. So,
Okay.
like, they have to try and save face.
Ladies at the back, do you think Manchester United will spend money before February the 1st on new players?
I'm not a supporter of football, and what a nightmare it was coming here today.
Look at that. So you don't even watch football, and
I knew how disappointing it was, to be honest.
What about you? Do you think Man United will spend money before February the 1st?
I don't know enough. My son's saying no. I've brought him here for his 18th birthday, so he's
God.
disappointed.
Oh, sorry, mate.
First time, it's his first time there.
From your experience of what you saw, even if you don't follow football, did you see a good team out there? Did you see a team that could improve?
I personally thought they were passing well. I thought that was okay, but obviously they missed some chances, and I thought
Before Burnley scored.
I obviously only watch my boys play. I've got 4 boys, and I watch them play. So I'm not an expert, but I do watch football. But I thought they were passing well. But other than that, it was a bit, and then they kept losing everything. So it's disappointing. Disappointing for him, really.
Sorry about that, mate. Come back on your 19th. Nice one. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.